Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Rabbi shrah li sidri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. As I'm recording this video, it is the 18th of Shaban, so Ramadan is right around the corner. In light of this, I looked for an ayah in the Quran which reflected any aspect of Ramadan, and I found one about fasting. This is in Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah 183. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. All believers, fasting is prescribed for you as it was for those before you, so perhaps you will become tattaqun, conscious of God. So I posed the question to my imam or my sheikh that what is the correlation between fasting and being tattaqun, being conscious of God? And this is what he told me. Tattaqun is derived from taqwa, which means having haya, consciousness or mindfulness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Tattaqun or taqwa, the root words are waqa and yaqi, which means to protect. So the question arises, what are you protecting yourself from? So you're protecting yourself from committing any sorts of sins or making mistakes. Now, what do you call a person who has taqwa, right? You call them a muttaqi, person who has taqwa, a person whose iman is complete, right? A person whose heart is clean of any sins and whose soul is clean of any bad habits. Now, where do these bad habits come from? They come from your nafsi imara, your ego, right? Your ego is what you get envy from, your arrogance from, characteristics like these, right? And the process of purifying yourself from these characteristics in your ego is called tazkiyatun nafs, purification of your nafs/ego from bad habits. So what is this process? It is fasting. Fasting is what helps purify or clean your soul of any bad habits, right? It's sort of the Sheikh said, it's like a sort of spiritual surgery, right? And where can we find evidence of this in the Quran, right? The story of Musa alayhi salam, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded him to fast for 40 days, right? From Ibn Kathir, Allah stated here, He appointed 30 nights for Musa. The scholars of Tafsir said that Musa fasted this period, and when they ended, Musa cleaned his teeth with a twig. Allah commanded him to complete the term, adding 10 more days, making the total 40. When the appointed term finished, Musa was about to return to Mount Tur, right? The reasoning behind maybe adding another 10 days is, if you look at the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, it says, Allah the Majestic and the Exalted said, every act of the son of Adam is for him except fasting. It is done for my sake, and I will give him a reward for it. By Allah, whose hand is in the life of Muhammad, the breath of the observer of fast is sweeter to Allah than the fragrance of musk. Meaning, the breath of someone who's fasting is better than any cologne, perfume, or musk, right? And this is Sahih Muslim. So you can see here how, in order for Musa, in preparation to talk to Allah or see Allah, you know how the story goes, how the mountain turns to dust and he gets knocked unconscious. He fasted, he purified himself so he could meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So let us, when we fast during this blessed month, remember this story and remember the benefits of fasting. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.